This is Uni Palm, and we're live in Atlanta at the Gospel Music Fest. And now this is for the Gospel News Magazine on television. And now we have our first guest, and she would like to introduce herself and let you know about her products.
Hello, my name is Foureratou. We're here at the event in Atlanta, Georgia. We're having a lot of fun. We have great products here for everybody to come and try. My #1 seller is called Royal Cream. It's for natural hair and the skin. Also good for massages after shave. You can order this product online on our website, Fourera's Natural Beauty, or call us on 317-809-1495. Great products for skin, hair, very good for natural hair. We have 3 samples here to try. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia. At the event, we're having a lot of fun. So come down and see us here to try our products. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Riki Brooks, and I am here at the 11th Annual Atlanta Healthcare Music and Gospel Festival. We're kicking off all night with a Grown and Sexy party during the kickoff, and we had health and wellness today. We serviced over 250 seniors with senior supplies and healthcare kits and just information about how to live and stay healthy. And we're really looking forward to tomorrow. We have several workshops, and I want you to come out and be with us and get yourself ready for amazing, healthy, fun, fantastic weekend. We're going to have dental screenings. We're going to have give away free backpacks to our kids, and just a lot of information that you can benefit from. This is our 11th annual festival. I'm so excited. And for those of you who could not be here, don't worry, because next year is coming, the 12th annual Atlanta Healthcare Music Festival. And I'm inviting you to check us out. Log on to our website at www.atlantahealthcareandmusicfestival.org. My name is Dr. Riki Brooks, and I'm hoping to see you there.
This is Juni Farm, and we're here on day 2 at the Gospel Fest, live in Atlanta, Georgia. And now we have another guest for you. And her name is Miss Tiffany, and she's going to talk all about her bank and different things. Miss Tiffany, take it away.
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Tiffany Hollin Wright. I'm with Fifth Third Bank, and I'm the Community Economic Development Manager with the bank. I'm here at the festival because our platform at Fifth Third Bank is Life, or Lives Improved Through Financial Empowerment. The bank is based here in Georgia, but we're also in 12 different states. We were initially founded over 155 years ago in Cincinnati, Ohio. And as a result of our expansion into the Southeast, we have the privilege through our community reinvestment work to be a part of the festival. We're here today providing financial empowerment. We have financial education workshops as well as vendor booths. We're giving away 5 $50 gift cards to individuals that come by our booth and explore a little bit more around how they can become more financially empowered and self-sufficient. At the end of the day, Junior, our goal really is to make sure that we are leveling or equaling out the wealth gap. That's what community reinvestment is all about.
Okay, I think that's good, because people, we hear about that all the time, but could you tell people the best way, to get that established, like their credit and different things, and when they go to the bank, is it somebody particular, they need to speak to, to get things in order, to get their credit better?
That's a very good question. I think a lot of times in our communities, people are concerned about banks. The trust level in our political environment can be improved. And one of the ways that we improve that is by coming out to the community and inviting them into the bank to have banking relationships. A real issue is underbanked and unbanked individuals. So we have products such as Express Banking that helps individuals who are a little concerned about whether or not they want a full banking relationship to be able to access banking services without actually having a banking or checking account. They have a relationship with us, and it's an entry point into a deeper relationship. For those that are trying to establish credit, savings is one of the most important components. So most of your financial institutions will have savings opportunities. One of the ways that we help individuals build credit is through secure credit cards. And that's when you make an initial deposit into an account, and then you begin to use that account as a charge card. So you're really using your own dollars as collateral so that you can begin to build credit. How you use that card is reported to credit bureaus, and then you begin to build credit. We also have an exceptional opportunity. Most recently, we released a program that offers 3% down payment, up to 3% down payment of your home.
That sounds real good.
Up to $3,600 to go towards low-income borrowers or people who want to purchase in low-income areas, so that they can actually realize the dream of home ownership and begin to build assets and a legacy of wealth for their family.
Yeah, I think that's very, very important that people, look at it like that. That is something that's really needed. I know a lot of people like to take their money and feel they can keep it at home or whatever like that, but they don't have savings account, checking accounts, and nothing like that. I don't think that they're afraid of the bank. I think they just don't have enough education about banking.
And the reality is we have a lot of individuals in our communities that start businesses and don't have very strong banking relationships. No matter who you bank with, you really want to get to know a banker and start building a relationship so that as your business grows and you have other needs like payroll needs or insurance needs, you have a confident, a trusted advisor that you can go to say, this is where I am in my business now. I want to take it to the next level. How can you help me? How should I prepare? Right. That's your advisor. And that's why banking relationships are important.
Yeah, but like I say, I think, as long as you keep educating people about banking and whatnot, I think things will get better, because we really need it in our, society, and especially in our race.
Absolutely.
We need it.
Absolutely. That's one of our goals.
Contact. Okay, now, can you give them your contact, how they can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. Well, I work a lot with nonprofit organizations, organizers of festivals such as this, small business development centers, as well as commercial lenders or individuals that are interested in becoming diverse suppliers with Fifth Third Bank. I connect them with others in the community. So if you'd like to reach me, I can be reached by email at tiffany.hollinwright@5, 3.com. And I'm going to take time to spell that. That's TIFFANYHOLLIGHT@5, 3.com. And I look forward to hearing from you.
Now we have another guest, and his name is Rick. Rick, take it away.
Good morning, ATL. My name is Rick Cannaday. I am the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of PP&A Corporation, located headquartered in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, serving the country nationwide with offices in California, Arizona, Texas, Tennessee, as well as Wyoming. We are a human resource outsourcing organization specializing in the professional employer organization industry, which most people are not familiar with on the surface. So let me give you a little explanation of what we really do. Okay, we've helped companies, organizations take the next step in hiring employees and mastering employee administration. People limit themselves by trying to maintain their existing enterprise by themselves, not knowing that they're limited because of themselves. So we help them grow into an environment that provides employee administration to the group of people they need to become successful and address their core business. We address labor laws and compliance-related matters as it is associated with human resources, workers' compensation, risk management, employee benefits, as well as payroll. A lot of companies who work within the human resource or environment are not experts in the field itself. They didn't go to school to be employers, and they struggle with it. A lot of wasted money is put into human resource. So we take that stress and strain of the cost burden away from organizations to allow them to be competitive, to focus on their core business, and to succeed in their endeavors. So we provide a channel to help address the law of workers' compensation. And we provide loss prevention programs, risk management programs to help address the pain and suffering of workers' compensation. And we have a lot of avenues to benefit organizations, also as it relates to attracting and retaining the right people for your organization. And we do this by helping you have or present a picture of a Fortune 500 company for a small to mid-sized organization. The laws of attraction and retention are strong, it's powerful, and all organizations must be able to address that if they're to be successful in employee administration or maintaining their employees.
Okay, well, I'm listening to what you say, and you're making some good points. Now, I mean, I want you to reiterate. I heard you say a lot of people trying to run companies and they never really went to school or never worked for a company and whatnot. So what advice do you have for somebody, who wants to be an entrepreneur?
Well, first of all, you must understand what your mission is and how far you want your dream to go. I personally suffered from thinking that I could do it all myself, and at the end of the day, I ended up having a heart attack trying to do too much by myself. So I've recovered from that ignorance.
Okay, I feel you on that.
You have to look for the right set of resources that are available to you. Most people struggle with dealing with employees, and you have to have a group of people available to you, the right people, not just anybody.
I know that's right. Now you need to say that again, the right people.
To take that next step up.
Yeah, you're right.
So we help companies with that, with the aspect of their business. A lot of people get distracted and spending too much money on that aspect, and there's no return on your investment. There's no revenue stream associated with human resources.
Okay.
It's overhead.
Oh, I heard that.
Let us help you cut that overhead cost by 50%.
At least 50%, I think a win. That's a winning situation.
That's a win-win situation. Our overall objective here is to help you, our clients, increase your profitability, improve your employee productivity, reduce the amount of time you spend on transactional HR, that employee stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Cut the costs related to employment labor as well as your overall costs.
Okay.
Now, that's a win-win situation, right?
All right. And before we go, can you give them your contact and how they can, get in touch with you?
Sure. Again, we're a PP&A corporation. Our website is ppassoc.com. We can be reached at 470-891-4669. Again, that's 470-891-4669. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, and thank you. Now I have another friend of mine, and her name is Lisa Flagg. Lisa, take it away.
Hello, as you've been told, I'm Lisa Flagg. I'm with the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority, and we are owners of the Grady Health System, and I'm so glad to be here today. The main reason why we wanted to be here is that there is a mental health component that has been incorporated into the festival this year, and that is one of our goals this year, is that we will raise awareness around mental health and to make sure that there are resources available in the community to make sure people are being taken care of.
Okay, well that's a good thing.
Yes,
I think it's real good. I mean, because mental health is something that's important, because I know there's a lot of people that deal with that, and people are not aware of it.
Right, and I think too, the stigma associated with mental health, I mean, something as simple as I'm feeling blue, I don't feel well, that's a little more serious than we probably would initially think about.
Right.
And so one of our jobs is to try and raise awareness and erase the stigma associated with mental health. Okay. And so that's why we were so happy to be involved this year, because we wanted to make sure that we do all that we can do to make sure that our communities understand the importance of taking care of your mind, right? We take care of everything else. Absolutely. If we're not taking care of our mind, everything else falls apart.
It does. But I think you know, when people look at themselves or whatever, the mind is not really important.
Yes. Well, that's our job, right? Is to make sure people understand the importance of taking care of your mental health.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because if you're not in the right mental state, then anything is possible. You know, you might not even take care of your body right.
Yes,
you know,
that is
well,
so
first
true.
thing, you know.
That's true. And every year we have a summit where we try to address issues that are going to raise awareness on various health issues. And mental health is one that's consistent every year. This year we are celebrating our 75th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
And as a part of that anniversary, we are having a summit around the different health disparities, obesity, cancer, HIV/AIDS, which is just really growing in Georgia.
I know.
And we will definitely keep violence as a part of that summit as well. And so we're hoping that we will have people come out on October 11th. It will be held at the Hyatt Hotel. And anyone that is interested can go to our website, which is www.thefdha.org.
Okay. Now, before we go, can you look in the camera and give them, you know, your contact information and whatnot?
Yes, if you'd like to reach me, I can be reached at lflagg@thefdha.org. Or if you would like to contact our office, the number is 404-334-3680. And hopefully you'll take some time to contact us.
Okay, well, I appreciate your time
Yes,
for
I appreciate
stopping
you
by.
as well.
All right.
Thank you.
We're still here at the Gospel Fest in Atlanta, Georgia. Now I have two more friends, and they will introduce themselves and let you know the business that they're involved.
My name is Suzanne Newkirk, and I am the president of the Georgia Dental Hygienists Association.
And I am Georgia State Senator Valencia C., Senate District 34, that encompasses both Clayton and Fayette counties. And I am a guest of the Dental Association, the Dental Hygienist Association.
Keep talking about what you do.
Okay.
We want to be first.
One of the things that brought me here today is a bill that I had sponsored in the Georgia State Senate, trying to get access to care for all of Georgians. When I learned that there were deserts in Georgia that don't have a dentist for miles, I knew Georgia could do better than that. So I did drop the bill, trying to get access to care, and it passed both the House and the Senate, but it did not come out of rules. So ultimately, it did not pass in totality. But at least now we've raised awareness. I think most people will agree, as long as you're living, you do need to have teeth. And oral health care is so very important to overall health care, because if you're going to eat healthy, you have to have those teeth to help in that regard. So I am here today to just try to make sure we raise awareness to oral health care. In addition to those immunization shots and those frequent visits and all of the screenings, we also need to have oral health screenings. And that's why I am here with my friend, Susan Newkirk, who will tell you more about oral health care and its screenings so we can provide access to all of Georgia.
Thank you, Senator C. Last year, the Georgia Dental Hygienists Association, Senator C. and Representative Martin brought forth House Bill 684 to increase access to oral health care services for Georgia's underserved, our children, our seniors, and those without dental insurance. As Senator C. said, unfortunately, the bill did not make it out of rules, but we are coming forward with legislation in 2017 so that our most vulnerable citizens will have access to preventive oral health care services. The Georgia Dental Hygienists Association is here today at the 11th Annual Health Fair and Gospel Festival to provide preventive screenings and oral cancer screenings. So please come by our booth and see us so that we can provide more information to you on how to increase access to oral health care. Thank you.
Okay, now I would like for each one of y'all to, look back in the camera and tell the people, how they can get in touch with each one of y'all if they need to.
Okay.
I am, again, Georgia State Senator Valencia C. My Capitol office number is 404-656-5095. If you contact my office, that's how you can reach me if you need additional information regarding oral health care or any other legislative issues that I may be able to help with.
My name is Suzanne Newkirk, and I am the president of the Georgia Dental Hygienists Association. My cell phone number is area code 425-770-0520. My email address is snewkirk@gdha.org. Thank you.
Still here at the Gospel Fest in Atlanta, Georgia. And now we have a doctor, and he's going to tell you his name and all about what he does.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gary Nelson from Johns Creek, Georgia. I'm a family dentist. I work with reconstructive and cosmetic dentistry and preventative dentistry. And I've been in Georgia now for 2.5 years. Moved up here from Florida, where I practiced for 18 years in Orlando. And I'm excited to be here in this wellness and health and wellness expo to tell you a little bit about what I do. I've been a general dentist now for over 30 years, and I've participated in many events where we've been able to present good dental health care. This weekend I'm working with the Georgia Hygiene Society, and we're doing oral cancer screenings. And right now, it's sad to say that oral cancer is one of the few cancers that are on the increase because of the levels of HPV that are now hitting our young people. So the Georgia Dental Society and the Georgia Hygiene Society are involved in trying to eliminate oral cancer as much as possible, as well as the other preventable diseases such as periodontal disease, which we see approximately 80% of our patients have some form of periodontal disease. So I'm here for the weekend, and I'm available. Also, as I talk with new people and getting to know new doctors and new people in the health and medical fields, and we're sharing what dentistry has to do to make an impact in the health and wellness of our Georgia residents.
Okay, well, I'm hearing you say something about the cancer and different things. So, you know, it's all types of cancer then.
Well, there's dental disease, periodontal disease, and also another thing that we work with is called sleep apnea. Sleep apnea decreases a person's ability to absorb oxygen at night. So the human body breaks down because of inflammation. Inflammation comes to us from many directions. Diabetes causes inflammation. Gum disease causes inflammation. And inflammatory diseases are not always painful, so you don't know what's going on. Inflammatory diseases can be a low-grade inflammation that breaks the body down very slowly. So we're here to especially concentrate on the oral cancer pre-op activities such as HPVs and precancerous lesions. And these lesions can be happening and you don't have a clue about it because it's a very low inflammatory condition. So as we in dentistry try to decrease the inflammation in the body, a body can live longer. Here's an example. Sleep apnea is becoming very, very prominent in many ages, all the way from 20-year-olds to 80-year-olds. Sleep apnea, they talk about cigarette smoking affecting a life, and you can lower your lifespan by 7 years. Sleep apnea can lower your lifespan from 10 to 15 years because of the low-grade inflammation that's allowed to be in your body. So that's one of the things that we hope to bring next year to the Health and Wellness Expo is sleep apnea, and we'll expand our opportunities to screen people in the upcoming year.
Okay, and before you go, can you let them know how they can get in contact with you?
My name is Dr. Gary Nelson again from Haynesbridge Dental Care. I can be called at any time at 470-297-6700. We're located in Haynesbridge and Johns Creek, not too far from the North Point Mall, and we have special deals for people to come by and get to know us without having to spend a lot of money. We'll do free consultations, and talk to our patients so we can hopefully find out where these low-grade inflammations are affecting the body, sleep apnea affecting the body, and decreasing the life expectancy of our individuals.
I have my friend Ebony, and she's going to tell you more about her and what she does with her business. Ebony, take it away.
Hello everyone, my name is Ebony Section. I'm the project coordinator of the Emerge project at Recovery Consultants of Atlanta, and we're here today just encouraging everyone to know their HIV status. HIV disproportionately affects people of color, African Americans, and the more that we don't talk about it, the more that it will plague our community. We want parents, children, families, the church to really talk about HIV so we're no longer plagued by this disease. HIV is a treatable disease, and those that are positive, we're really encouraging people to get to care. So if you need HIV testing, please look up Recovery Consultants of Atlanta and come get tested. You get your results in 10 minutes. I know, 10 minutes. So come in and get tested.
10 minutes, that's all it takes?
That's all it takes, 10 minutes.
Okay, well, what would you tell people that needs it but may be afraid to come and get it done?
I would tell them, go with a friend. Go with a friend, friend support. You can go with your partner, your boo or your bae or whoever you're hooking up with.
Okay, I heard
you can go
that.
with your partner. And I would say, sometimes you got to conquer your fear to know about your health. So your health is very important. We want to make sure we live very healthy and satisfying lives. And knowing your HIV status can help you live that life.
Yeah, well, it sounds like, that's true. You can live longer if you know it. And it's something that you should know.
Definitely something everyone should know.
Yeah, like you say, your boo or whoever, but you both need to know.
Both need to know. And I think that conversation needs to start early in a relationship. Talk about it before y'all hook up. Talk about it before sex. It's good to know your partner's HIV status before you engage in any activity with them.
Okay, and how can you be reached?
You can reach me at, my cell is 678-933. 6880, and you can also look up our project. It's www.emergeatl.org. You can find all our information there as well as our social media.
All right, well, I hope the people take your advice and come and get tested.
Absolutely, come on and get tested. It's painless, 10 minutes. It's really simple.
All right, well said.
Thank
now
you.
We have Dr. Hawkins, and she's going to tell you more about what she does. Take it away, Dr. Hawkins.
Hi, my name is Dr. Soyini Hawkins. I'm a gynecologist at Fibroid and Pelvic Wellness Center of Georgia. We are honored to be here today at this wonderful festival. We've enjoyed ourselves. We've enjoyed the company that we've kept and the people who have come to visit with us. I have two young, lovely ladies with me here today representing the Atlanta Medical Research Institute. And what we do is we actually conduct research studies. The 3 studies that we're highlighting today actually include fibroid study that is looking for participants that actually have fibroids and have heavy menstrual bleeding. The second study is for interstitial cystitis, that's a bladder pain syndrome. And then the third one is actually for vaginal laxity and stress urinary incontinence. And we're actually enrolling now for all of those studies. We are located in Alpharetta, Georgia. I myself am a gynecologist that specializes in a number of women's health issues, especially those surrounding dysfunctional uterine bleeding, fibroids. I see probably 50% of my patients actually have some type of problem with fibroid uterus, and I help them manage it both non-surgically and surgically. We also have a wonderful group of doctors that we work with that do pelvic floor reconstruction and help women with prolapse. If you want to get in contact with us or just get some more information about anything that you've heard today, our number is 770-475-4499, and again, we're located in Alpharetta, Georgia.
All right, well put. And thank you.
Thank you.
We have another person that's going to talk to you. Her name is Cairo Queen. Queen, take it away.
Hi, I'm Cairo Queen. I have a whole platform that's geared to making technology palatable for everyday people. I'm a technology adaptation and awareness expert. So I'm working right now on a project with the City of Atlanta called Tech Month ATL. It'll take 31 days of October and turn Atlanta into a tech hub. So we want to engage schools, businesses, churches, all sorts of organizations, and really hit the individuals. Thing was, I looked around, I go to a lot of events in the city, and I said, you know, they don't have enough people going to all these events, so let's do something about it. You know, I see 150 people here, maybe 500 here. The problem is, this city has 6.4 million people in it. Now, not just the nesting part of Atlanta, the middle, but the whole
thing
city,
is
the
6.
metropolis.
How many did you say?
6.4 million.
6.4 million.
6.4 million people. And the weird thing is, I hear a lot about technology saying that they can't reach minorities. Well, the funny thing is, if you ever go look at our statistics, we have 59% African Americans. This makes us the majority of the city of Atlanta. So 59% African American population. We have the most single women per square mile in this city. We have the most churches per square mile than any other city in the whole entire country. So we're looking statistically at places where you want to make impacts in minority populations in the country. Atlanta's a big marketing hub, so if you start here, it spreads everywhere. We are Atlantis. We're the beginning of innovation, so it makes sense. With all this wonderful energy that we possess here in this city, we have to get people involved now in catching up to the future. And I say that because the United States is about 20 years behind in technology and innovation. I mean, from the whole world. We sit really low ranked in education standards across the whole entire globe. In Georgia, and we're here in Georgia and Atlanta, in Georgia we're ranked we're ranked at the second to the last in education standards in the whole entire country. So that means if you have a child in school here, unless they're in some type of you know, private school, they're not getting the education that's going to prepare them for tomorrow. So our STEM concentration here is not heavy enough, it's not hitting close enough, it's not targeted enough to the specific communities. Atlanta itself has a split. So we have North Atlanta and South Atlanta. In the schools in North Atlanta, you'll find great technology companies and organizations involved. You go to South Atlanta, they don't even have a technology program. So that's a big issue when a lot of the communities and the counties actually span from north to south.
Okay, did you say that one part of Atlanta don't have the system at all?
Doesn't even have the system at all.
And how is that? That's hard to believe. If this is Atlanta.
Conspiracy theory, but I can really say, you know, money talks and everything else does a backflip. So,
well,
you know.
well, you're right. I mean, let's just keep it real.
It's really tragic when you see the disparaging numbers of people who are involved in higher levels of education as opposed to people who are not involved. And no, that's not just the state's responsibility. It does start at home. But in the place of starting at home, we have to get people in a place of awareness. So yes, technology is booming. Yes, they're making billions of dollars in it every day, but how many people know that? How many people have looked and saw someone of the caliber of NBA stars involved in technology with the open hand that says you belong here? So what I've actually done is created a show called Cairo Queen's Taste of Technology with Warris Jackson. I act as the tech socialite. I used to work in entertainment. So I bring in the aspect of entertainment background plus my social media skill and my public speaking platform, and we talk about technology. We cover everything from nanotech to blogging. So we've been on this for about 3 years now. Just actually hit our 3-year marker, and we sorts of people. And what I'm trying to do is showcase people who have not been on that platform. And I don't want to call it the good old boy network, because at the end of the day, it may not be that people are trying to keep us out. It may very well be that we have not been informed enough to look that direction to move into it.
And I think that's what it really is.
I think it's a lot closer to that.
It is. It's more of that than anything else. And I always tell people, you have to keep looking forward to find the right platform to do what you need.
Absolutely. I've looked in all the different pockets of our leadership, and I'll leave it at leadership. A lot of non-for-profit organizations that a lot of people look towards, and we say, hey, you know, those people should be doing this. Well, the fact of the matter is those are businesses. And a lot of times a business is there specifically for profit. It's not actually there to really first help. They're there to make money first. So yeah, a lot of people say they're there to help, but are they really there to help? And I'll throw out a couple of high name organizations, and I won't quote for sure what these people make, but you can go do the research. Check out the American Cancer Society. Check out, March of Dimes. Find out how much the people at the top of those organizations make. And my thought is, if you're really trying to help someone, wouldn't they take a pay cut and trickle that down to people who really need help?
Well, you would think that.
You would think that, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I say, if people understand these are businesses and they're there to make money, your first interest in business is to pay yourself.
That's it. I mean, that's the first step.
And if we're not paying ourselves first, then are we really in business?
No,
are we
we're not.
really not? Are we making a profit? Are we in that space? And so I look and I say, okay, well, let's look at this from our standpoint. Where is our responsibility in the fact that we specifically, African Americans, need to redirect our funds back into ourselves? And we say, well, where's the platform for that? We have a lot of people talking about how we can create wealth, but there's no platform for it. We don't even have a solid media network right now. So if we did decide to choose to move into the direction of doing something collectively, where's the word going to come from?
That's true. That's true.
Everybody wanted President Obama to do something. He's the president of the United States of America, and he is not just the president for people of color. So when we're looking for a person to stand up, it's on us to stand up and do something. So right now, we all have to take responsibility and say, hey, we got to form community. We got to get our families back together. We got to move money in our own community. I look and people criticize other nationalities a lot of times, but if you look at the track record for other nationalities and how they moved into the country and grown, you look at the Jewish community, money changes hands 12 times in their community before it ever leaves out. That's a literal law within their community.
You're right about that. I know that should be a fact.
In our space, we may not even see that money turn around in our community.
It keeps moving.
It might just come in our hands and transition out. And so the wealth structure is not in our community. And my thought is there's no structure for a place to build from, and then there's no structure for wealth, and there's no solid community movement, and we are not collectively doing anything to push the activism for our own people. And we look a lot of times and we'll point fingers and blame other people, but the onus is on us. And for us that know, it's incumbent upon us to tell others that don't know. And so I'm here today speaking with you, Tuskegee, to let you know we need media networks. We need media networks to come together and actually make a statement. Stand up and collectively use, your resources and bring other people together.
Okay,
tell
let's
stories,
do that then.
get
Let's
them
do
moving.
it.
And that's what we need to do. Me from the standpoint of being in tech media, blogging, I do consulting for technology. I have an investment resource group that I'm working with now. This is new, starting my own chamber of commerce. I try to insert myself into all sorts of pockets because at the end of the day, somebody's going to have to get these resources together.
You're right. Somebody's got to do it. It's just as well to be you. This is just as well.
Well, not just
somebody got to be a leader to get it started, to have the vision.
So when I get into the space now, I'm looking, I say, okay, well now, what do? We take a technology medium because this is where we rewrite history. So rewriting history, we say, okay, we looked at the past, where do we go in the future? And that's where technology is. It's open for everybody. The internet is there's nobody stopping us from doing things. You can do anything, pretty much say anything on the web. Let's build. That's it.
Okay, all right. And before you go, how can people contact you?
So if you want to look me up, you can definitely look up the show, Cairo Queens, spelled with a W, Qween. Cairo Queens Taste of Technology with Juarez Jackson. I have a platform, A Taste O-Tech. A Taste of Tech is my platform, so A Taste of .tech, A Taste of .tech. You can also call me, 707-500-0198 is the way that you can reach me. Email me at CairoQueen, spelled with a W, @gmail.com.
All right, yes, this is Junie Parham. We're still here live at the Gospel Confession in Atlanta. And now I have a group called Bridgewater, and I'm going to let them take it away and tell you about what they do and their music and all. Okay, y'all, take it away.
Got it. Well, we're the group Bridgewater. We're a husband and wife duo. We call ourselves a dynamic duo. We're out of Dallas, Texas. My wife is from.
I'm from Waco, Texas.
And I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. And the twist is that she raps and I sing.
Yes.
And so we do a little bit of both. To where we rap, we sing, we tell our testimony of the good things that God has done in our lives. So
Pretty much it. We're whoisbridgewater.com. We're on Instagram at whoisbridgewater, and our heart is just for revival in this season and really throughout our ministry. We believe revival starts when God's people are convicted. We don't believe it's evangelism, emotionalism, or excitement, but a supernatural move of the Holy Spirit that we desperately need in this country and in this nation. So, yeah.
We like to attack stages with enthusiasm, with excitement, and just kind of get the crowd into what it is that we're saying, because we believe that our words are spirit. They're of great value, and so we speak into people's spirit every time we do our music. Every time we rap, we sing, we like to speak into people's spirits and revive what passion was there, what fire was there. To just get us serving and going forward in Christ. That's our whole ministry. It's just, let's get that passion back. Let's get that, that fire back. Yeah, most definitely.
Well, that sounds good, because you need the fire.
Yeah.
You really need it. So how long have y'all been a group?
Man, we met in college.
Yeah.
What was this?
Well, that couldn't have been too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, you'd be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
Okay. Well, that's good then. That's good.
So I guess as long as we've been married, 8 years. We've been
All right.
married
Well,
8
that's
years.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep. So
we started out doing secular music.
Yeah.
Okay.
First. And,
Okay.
we had pretty much a change of heart.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, we pretty much had a change of heart, and we went over to doing gospel music because we realized that we were not being true to who we are, not being true to ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So God gave us a change of heart, and we've been doing gospel music for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I got a chance to hear y'all earlier,
and
I was impressed.
Oh,
I really was impressed.
Glory.
I think y'all have something that's really unique. And if you keep God first, I believe it'll take you a long ways. Now, how can the people get in touch with you?
Well, like I said, whoisbridgewater.com. Whoisbridgewater.com. On Instagram, we're at whoisbridgewater. And that's how you can contact us for any bookings or just to listen to some of our music. That's how you can reach us.
Well, is your music for sale?
We say for donation.
Okay, well, the same thing. Where they can get your music from.
Well, right now,
that's very important.
True. We are working on our album right now. Normally, by booking, people get CDs.
Okay.
So, if we're in your area and we're there ministering, that's how you can get a CD. But for now, we're not on iTunes or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I appreciate y'all stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we have Minister Andre Strickland, and he's going to tell you more about what he do, whatnot. Okay, Reverend, take it away.
Amen, amen, amen. Listen, my name is Minister Andre Strickland, and I'm part of this great celebration that the health and wellness, and we are in a group that we are teaching about miming and the different arts of dancing and the purpose of performance and the purpose of ministry. And our goal here is to show them the purpose of ministering to a level that you have never ever ministered to impact the world, to change a generation and change your thoughts about what you see about dancing. A lot of time we have seen dancing what make us go the wrong direction, but this type of dance that we are teaching here is a dance that will revolutionize your mind and set your soul free. Hear me now. Now, this is something that one ministry that is so powerful that you don't have to say one mumbling word that is able to affect a generation, years to come, simply because they are able to bring the song alive. And that's what we're here to do. We are here to show an art form that has just been done all down through the years. Even when you look at Ezekiel, God had an opportunity where people just didn't want to understand the word of God anymore. People just shied away from the word of God. And in Ezekiel 5:4, God talks about he had to go and get some people to do an inspiration for the New Jerusalem can be set free through a dance. so they can finally hear what he had said. And so that's why I get a stamp on this dancing in the church, because it will set somebody free who don't even know the word, who can't hear the word. Amen? Amen.
All right. Well, Minister, can you tell them, how they can get in touch with you if they want to learn, how to do it?
Yeah. Basically, if you want to get in contact with me, you get in contact with me at astrickland023@yahoo.com, or you can just call me at 678-793-0446. You can reach me at any of those numbers or through email. And let me tell you something, what we do. I will come to churches, we'll come to any event, and we'll be able to teach and show them the right way to do ministry, because there is a wrong way to do it, but we're going to teach you the right way to do it to be effective in this day and time when our kids really truly need it.
Okay, and I just want to ask you something. What advice would you give anyone that's thinking about getting started as being a miner?
Well, basically, I would ask the first question. Do you really want to mime? Do you really want to dance? And if the question is yes, this is what I would say. First of all, I would ask you to go and say, you know what, Lord? I want you to do a work in me. I want you to put that song in my heart that it make melody that people want to change. And once we put it before the Lord, guess what God would do? God would magnify it to a level like never before. And once God magnified, guess what? You can do what God tell you to do. You ain't even have to have a routine, but when the songs come on, and then God will move in the place and God will set the captives free. So that's the first thing, is get before the Lord and ask God to bless it. Once God blesses it, you will know, and then you can move forward in this ministry.
Well, I'm well said. I appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir.
My name is Strickland. My name is Malaysia Turner. My name is Christina Legg. My name is Jenna McDade.
My name is Fred Robinson. My name is Daniel Johnson. My name is Dylan Jones. My name is Gerard Strickland.
And we are a part of Miming with a Purpose.
Hello everyone, my name is Emalis Whitfield, the director of Clahvay, Cuban Dance Soul. We're a dance school located out of Smyrna, and I would like to introduce the team. This is the Clahvay team. This is
Hector,
Jacinta Cobb, Natalia Hillman, Kristen Suarez,
Elijah Gary,
Stacy Suarez.
We would like to invite everyone out. We have classes Sunday at 5:15, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. You can find us on Facebook. The spelling is Clahvay. You can find us on Google, Instagram, and also Twitter. We have socials once a month. It's every first Saturday, and it starts at 8:30. We have a free class, so we would like to invite everyone to join us. Stacey?
What city?
Oh, it's in Smyrna, Georgia, off the corner of South Cobb and Concord Road. Our studio is located there.
We host classes on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 5:15, so we would love to have you come out and join us.
Do you have to have any dance experience to be a part of this?
No.
Not at all. We start from the very basics and we build on that each week. So just come on out and join us, and we would love to have you.
Any age limits?
No age limits. From 18 to 75. You can come out. The Cuban culture is we teach something called casino, Buena de Casino. It's located out of from Cuba. It was developed in Cuba in the 1950s, and inside of the casinos. It's a social dance. Everyone can get involved. We teach from the basics, intermediate, and also advanced.
How long have you been teaching?
We've been teaching 5 years now. The school itself has been in business for 3 years.
Okay. Any advice you can give young people that may be interested in, if not coming to your school, have an interest in dance or anything else? Any advice you could share with them?
What got you into it?
Dance is inspirational, and it really it helps build your mind. It helps a lot of things. It makes you a lot happier. So what I would say is do some research, find out what type of dance you would like to pursue, and then find out what schools you can go to in order to pursue that dream. But dance is great for the soul, and I recommend it to everyone.
Now, do you all compete in contests, dancing contests, or dance-offs, or anything like that?
We haven't done any competitions per se, but what we do is share our dance with performances with the community. So we've done several events for Delta Airlines. We've done several performances for the Atlanta airport, and then we're here at this event today. So we will share our love of dance with the community.
Okay, so all I have to do is just give you a call and set it up.
The phone number is 404-410-6685. Give us a call.
We're still here at the Gospel Festival in Atlanta, and we have one more guest. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and I'm tell you more about it. Take it away.
Hi, I am Darnisha Grant Harrison. I am the founder, president, and CEO of Enade Therapeutics, a pharmaceutical company right here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, well that sounds real good. Can you want me to tell us more about your company?
Absolutely. So Enade Therapeutics is a company that is global, and we are focused on developing therapeutic cures for a number of mosquito-borne viruses, namely Zika virus, dengue virus, and several others such as chikungunya, West Nile virus, all of which are contracted through the bite of a mosquito.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes. I am formerly a microbiologist and chemist, and worked in the pharmaceutical company for others for the bulk of my career. And 4 years ago, I branched off and started Enade Therapeutics, where we focus on, again, developing therapeutic cures for mosquito-borne viruses.
Okay, well that sounds real interesting. And I know people that's being bit by mosquitoes, and I'm glad of that.
Absolutely. And with the Zika virus, one of the main concerns is not only do you contract it by the bite of a mosquito, but there's also sexual transmission of this virus, as well as what we call transplacental transmission of the virus from the mother's fetus, from the mother's womb to the fetus if she's pregnant. So Zika virus has a lot of other repercussions in addition to just the bite of a mosquito.
Sounds deadly.
Well, it can be, and it causes a lot of harm to infants because they're typically, if they've got Zika, they're born with smaller brains.
Oh no.
Yes, and it causes a lot of developmental issues and sometimes death. So we feel very honored to be in the position that we're in to bring what could be the world's first therapeutic cure for Zika virus.
Okay, and can you talk some more about your award that you're holding?
Absolutely. Today I was very, very humbly honored by the 11th Annual Health and Wellness Gospel Music Festival, hosted by its founder and CEO, Dr. Riki Brooks, and I was honored with the Humanitarian Award for Women of Excellence in Healthcare because of the fantastic work that we happen to be doing with Zika virus and other mosquito-borne viruses. So it's been a true honor.
Well, it sounds like it. And just before we go, can you look in the camera and let people know how they can get in contact with you?
Absolutely.
To get more information?
I sure can. We can be reached, again, my company is Enade Therapeutics. That is spelled E like Edward, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, A-I-D like David, and then the word therapeutics. And our website is Enade Thera, ENNAIDTHERA.com.
Now I have my friend Reggie. He's going to tell you more about himself. Take it away.
Hey, well, I'm Reggie Johnson. I'm from right here. Atlanta is my home. I'm right out of Ellenwood, Georgia, just a few miles outside the city. Played basketball at City Grove High School right here in Atlanta. And I was able to go to the University of Tennessee. As a freshman, I started with some famous guys named Bernard King and Ernie Grenfell. If you guys from the South, you know that you can be anywhere and you heard of the Ernie and Bernie show.
Okay.
From back then, and I was a freshman. I was able to start with those guys, and we had a real good college career in college. They get drafted to the San Antonio Spurs, and played several years in the NBA, and also finished up my career by playing in Europe, in Barcelona, Spain, and Italy.
All right, well that's good,
Bologna,
man.
So I had a long career, and right now I do something that's nearest to my heart. I work with a youth program through R. Johnson Community Services.
Okay.
And we do mentoring. We work with kids on trying to keep them focused on life, pretty much in school, because a lot of kids, you find out they're not college ain't for everybody. We talked about this earlier in the class. College is not for everybody.
You're
All
right
kids,
about that.
every kids don't. You can sit back talking about going to school, but a lot of kids now you got to teach them how to use their hands.
That's true. I agree with that. I agree with
that. You got to teach them how to use their hands. You have to teach them how to do plumbing. Do entrepreneur kind of stuff. Electrical stuff, welding. Because there's a lot of jobs out there for those fields, and there's a lot of kids. Landscaping, because they, you get you a truck, couple lawnmowers, blower, weed eater, and a business license. You in business, all you need is 5 customers.
That's it. You got a company. You're right about that. You're right about that. But I think that's very important that you say that, because it seems like the youth today, they don't want to do no physical work.
No, they don't want
everything
to do
is with a computer.
Yeah, and that's come up from. When we first came out with the Nintendo games and all that stuff, now kids just sit around and they just play games all day. They don't go outside. I was talking to some kids earlier, and I was telling them about how we grew up playing basketball on the outside.
Football, everything outside.
But now the kids don't even play unless they got air-conditioned gym.
I know it. I know
so it's a big difference, man.
People don't even go to the workout gym unless you got the air conditioning.
And we grew up, we didn't have none of that. I didn't even know our school didn't have air conditioning, because at home I didn't have air conditioning, so I didn't know what air conditioning was.
Well, back then people didn't mind sweating.
Yeah.
They didn't mind. That's how you get in shape.
Yeah, it helps a lot. It helped with obesity. It helped with diabetes. And a lot of illness come from kids being overweight.
That's true.
And not eating the right thing. They eat a lot of foods that's not good for them, not healthy. And I got that habit too. But I make sure I get out and work out and do stuff.
But being a professional athlete, you know what it is that you had to eat a certain way. You had to exercise a certain way, in order to be able to even play in NBA.
Yes, sir. And that's important, because if you look now, look at the scales, go in these schools, and you see a lot of kids walking around with the pants sagging, and then they overweight, and all they want to do is just get them a phone, sit around and play games on their phone. It's not good and it's not healthy. That's what we're all about, and we try to talk to the kids about that. Phone sexing. That's the number one problem with kids right now, and with some adults too.
Come on, let's keep it real now. Let's keep it real.
Some of these adults like to take pictures of themselves.
Oh, do they?
And send it out. But now some schools, some counties are taking it real serious about phone sexing. Because these young kids, man, they just sit around and take a picture of themselves and be sending it out, not knowing that that's never gonna go anywhere.
It's gonna be always in orbit.
Always gonna be out there, and anybody can pull it up who know how to do that. And you can be trying out for a job or anything, and then that come back
they'll show up every time.
Yeah, so you have to be real careful what you're doing these days.
All right, I want to ask you something. Being that you're a professional athlete, what advice would you give a person who's growing up that playing basketball and they want to get to the NBA?
Well, it's the NBA is not easy. Like a lot of kids, not even the kids, and I see this a lot. It's a lot of times the parents think their kids can play in the NBA, and they pushing their kids out there, and they're filling them heads that they can play in the NBA. God, man, but the parents doing what they supposed to be doing as far as trying to help them get into the NBA, take them to the gym, got them doing exercise, got them shooting 1,000 shots, but then they're not schooling them out the books, And now, if you ain't LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, got that kind of skills.
You gotta have skills out there now.
Yeah, you got to have them book skills as well. You know.
Yeah, or like
they
the young cat, it came at Steph Curry and vibes like that. You know, but like I said, like you said, they're good at what they do, but they had to be good in the books too.
Yeah, had to be good in the books to get to college. Get to the college, and then all you need 1-2 years of college if that's what you prefer. But you got to make sure you get those papers at the end of your career, because you don't know how long your career going to be. You know, in the NBA, I had a 5-year career, but I made 11 years in Europe, which is fine. You know, we offset that. But then when I still finished back when we played ball, we don't make the money as these guys making it now. You know, you can get a 1-year contract, you be set for life sometimes.
I know that's right.
You can be set for life, and a lot of these kids, man, they don't understand the effort and that it takes, and the dedication it takes to get up, and the mental dedication that it takes, because you got a lot of, you got to work yourself physically, mentally. You got all that come hand in hand when you're trying to reach that goal of playing in the NBA.
I hear that.
Any kind of sports, football, any kind.
Oh yeah, but at least after you played, you reach back to still work with the youth, to help keep them on the right track.
Yeah.
For which I think that's very important.
Yeah, and that is important, because you don't forget where you come from. And I see a lot more guys are doing that now. I see a lot more guys are start reaching back. I'm glad the NBA finally was able to go through the channels of giving the retired guys who played in the NBA, some of the historical guys, even the guys in the Hall of Fame, didn't have insurance in the NBA.
Really?
Yeah, but now the NBA just passed that rule this year.
Man,
they get those guys, because a lot of those guys who played in the 50s and 60s, they weren't making about $8,000 a year.
Now they make that a game. They make more than that a game.
Warming up.
I know that's right.
yeah. So but it's glad, so they. I'm glad that they are giving back.
Right.
I think that's important.
Okay, and just before we go, can you look into the camera and tell people how they can get in contact with you?
Well, you can get in touch with. You can look up R. Johnson, communityservice.org. Which is rjcservices.org. That's my website, and you can see what we do. And my email is rjohnson3233@gmail.com. You can write me anytime. I answer, and I'm always looking for dedicated people to try to team up with, because a lot of this stuff out here, you can't fight these battles by yourself.
All right. Well, I would like to team up with you. And then let's see what we can do.
Yeah, okay then. Let's do that.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
We have another guest. His name is Mike Glenn. We're going to let him tell you more about what he do. Take it away, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much. I am Mike Glenn, better known as the Stinger. I'm a former NBA player, and currently I'm a broadcaster for the Atlanta Hawks. I do their pregame, halftime, and postgame shows on Fox Sports Southeast. Also, I'm the guy that started the nation's first basketball camp for deaf kids that we've been running now for 37 years. So those are two things that I'm probably most known for, and certainly glad to be here this evening to receive a special award as one of the men of elegance in 2016. So glad to have this award as well.
All right. Well, I knew your name and your face looked familiar.
Yes,
I see you on TV.
Absolutely.
With the Hawks.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I knew something was about you that I knew, which is good.
Thank you very much. And as you know, Hawks have been playing extremely well. So we've had great ratings on the games and the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows. So Hawks are doing really well. Looking forward to another great season.
Okay. Well, what advice would you give guys that want to make it in the NBA, and what should they do to even be considered?
Absolutely. Well, if you have that dream and that passion, of course you have to work on your game, believe that you can make the best of the talents that you have, and see where that talent will take you. Because nobody knows. Nobody knows if you can make it to the NBA, if you can play overseas in the developmental league, or where you can play or coach. So kind of leave it to the universe, but give your best. Take the time to make the best of your talents and your abilities and see where it'll take you. And I would would advise anybody that has that passion and love for the game to see how far they can go, and that means playing in any kind of league or any kind of visibility that you can get, from the AAUs to high schools to rec teams, because they all develop character and they develop strength and energy and confidence and self-esteem. So go for it and see how far you can go.
All right, before we go, could you look back into the camera and tell people how they can get in touch with you?
Okay, well, thank you very much. And I'm Mike Glenn, and I have a website, which is mikeglenn.com. MikeGlenn.com, and you can reach me directly on my website and read about some of the many things that I do, some educational projects with used and rare books, to my basketball camp for deaf kids, to working with nutrition. So it's quite a few things that I do, but you can read a lot about those things and contact me at mikeglenn.com. That's my website, and the email address is right there on my website. Also, I would like to mention about my book. I'm an author also. I've written 5 books, and I'm really think my 5th and latest book would be very good for many people, especially aspiring basketball players, but really anyone. The title of the book is My Next Shot Goes In.
I like that.
You like that? My next
I
shot
like
goes
that.
in.
My next shot.
Yes, indeed.
I heard that.
And that's what we all have to live with, that kind of expectation that the next venture, the next thing we try will be successful. And then the subtitle is 10 Sacred Characteristics of NBA Players That Lead to Success. So we can see how these players that have gotten to the NBA, the highest level of basketball in the world, what characteristics do they have that maybe you can utilize to be successful in your life. So I would encourage anyone, you can buy it from my website, mikeglenn.com. It's on amazon.com as well, and barnesandnoble.com. But it's My Next Shot Goes In, 10 Sacred Characteristics of NBA Players That Lead to Success by Mike Glenn. Thank you.
We're still here at the Gospel Fest in Atlanta, and then I have another guest. Her name is Renee. Renee, take it away and let the world know what you do, and whatever information you want to promote.
Okay, hi, my name is Renee Sudderth, and I'm one of the co-administrative executive for the National Retired Players Association, the National Basketball Retired Players Association. And we all was here tonight enjoying ourselves for the program that Dr. Ricky Brooks presented to us. And all the players, they just had a great time. And that's what I say, I work with them, but I also am I am getting ready to retire from the United States Air Force after 33 years.
I heard that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Word retirement sounds good.
Yeah, I know. It's
a
hard
blessing.
to believe.
It's a blessing.
Yes, it is, though. So I'm a variety of everything. I'm just always doing something.
Well, it's good, I think, to stay busy.
Yes. I stay busy. I try to give back the talent that I have. I try to give back to the community or whatever I can do. And that's why I stepped right on in with Dr. Brooks, to help her out and to help make this year a success.
Okay. Okay, and I would like to ask you a question. How did you get involved with working with, Dr. Brooks and the Retiree Basketball Association?
Okay, well, she was talking with Reggie Johnson. He's a member of the NBA Retired Players Association. And so Reggie said that I know Dr. Ricky Brooks. He said, Renee, I want you to meet her also. So earlier in the year, I went to the meet and greet that was held earlier this year.
Okay.
And I met Dr. Brooks. I was impressed with what she was doing, and it was a very intriguing moment because tonight was the outcome of what she started doing. Like I said, she's been doing it for 11 years now.
Okay, right.
And just to see the success that it is. And I'm just glad I was on board. But like I said, I was introduced to Reggie Johnson because he's a Retired Players Association.
Okay.
And that's how I met Dr. Ricky Brooks. I jumped right on board.
Okay, well, I think sometime when you have an opportunity, that's the best thing to do.
Oh,
You know, jump on board and, you know, get involved in it. And you never know how far you can go.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I did. And I would like to mention, is it okay if I can mention how?
Go ahead and do what you do.
Okay. Yes, earlier today, the retired players that were here was Keeling, LaVon Mercer, Reggie Johnson, and Mike Glenn. They all were in the seminar rooms, and they had that forum going because people were asking questions. The audience, they were phenomenal, and so was the guys, you know, explaining about how their career was, now how are they businessmen now, and how they helping with the community. That's the good thing about it is, yes, they were stars on the basketball court, and now they're stars in the community.
And I think that's so important.
Oh, yes.
I mean, and it's been real amazing to people because, you know, you watch these people on TV and whatnot, and you never think that you ever get a chance to really meet them in person.
Oh yes, you know. And we do a lot of events and everything, and true enough, Dale Ellis was supposed to be here tonight, but his family gave him a surprise birthday party.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. I mean, it'll be another time. It'll be another time.
Yes. But he stayed in contact with us. You know, how's it going? How's it going? You know, and Dale Ellis, he is the president of the NBA Retired Players Association here in Atlanta, Georgia. So he sends his regrets, even though his family surprised him today on his birthday.
I know how that be. I know. I had a situation just last week like that.
Really?
I was supposed to be somewhere, and then my family decided they wanted to get together.
Yeah.
So I've been there too.
Okay, well, you understand.
I understand. Sometimes family can make it hard. You got to make it. You know, you got to choose. But
That's
you know,
that's true.
we have to do what we have to do.
That's true. That
And
is so
keep
true.
pushing forward. Well, before you go, can you look back into the camera and then let the people know how they can get in, touch with you or whatever?
Well, a matter of fact, I do write. I am a writer also.
Well, speak about it before you speak about
I'm
it.
a photojournalist for Splash magazine. It's an online magazine, and I write a lot of stories. And I may write a story about this weekend, but you may have to wait because, like I said, I am preparing to retire at the end of August from the military, the United States Air Force, after 33 years. So you may have to wait on the story for a moment, but you can reach me at crsudd@yahoo.com. And if you want to see any of my stories, you can Google Splash Magazine, Renee Sudderth, R-E-N-E-E, Sudderth, S-U-D-D, as in Delta, E-R-T-H. You can Google that and all my articles will come up. And I've covered a lot of articles, even President Obama's inauguration, Mike Glenn, his events he's had here. I've even covered stories from Salem.
Okay.
Ferguson.
Right.
Name it. But what the difference in my stories are, they're positive stories.
Well,
that's one reason why I did Ferguson, because all the articles you kept reading about Ferguson were all negative. So I took it from a Christian positive point of view. So just Google Splash Magazine, Renee Sudderth, Ferguson, and that'll pop up.
We're still here in Atlanta at the Gospel Fest, and we have one more guest. I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna introduce herself, and I'm tell you all about her. You take it away.
I'm Misty Mattingly. I'm the immediate past president for the Georgia Dental Hygiene Association, and we've been working for the past several years to improve access to care in our state. Currently, we are amongst one of the 5 states left in the country that don't allow dental hygienists direct access to their patients. So last year, we proposed House Bill 684 that would have gave dental hygienists direct access to underserved populations. It would have provided care to our elderly, provided care to children in our schools. And so that's what we've been continuing to work on. Currently, in 2014, Georgia spent $47 million treating preventative dental emergencies in our emergency rooms. And so this is really beneficial to our state. It would be beneficial to our workforce. Currently in our state, we have 16 hygiene schools in the state, so we have a workforce that's here that's able able to access these patients. Our past president, Whitney Blonde, she had Moselle was her caregiver. Moselle actually passed away in a nursing home.
Oh, no.
And she wasn't able to get access to dental treatment.
All right.
And 1 in 10 of our seniors die with aspirated pneumonia in nursing homes.
Really? That's not good.
It's not good. Children each year, it's actually an epidemic. Most of our children, number one cause for a missed school day is a toothache.
Yeah, that's true.
And so it would be very easy for dental hygienists, if we had direct access into the schools, to be able to go in and do preventative care, to be able to go over how to brush their teeth, be able to do fluoride treatments, and just do exams. Today, we've been here at the music festival. We we got special permission to do exams today. So today here we were able to discover some dental emergencies or situations with patients. So we were able to then provide them with a card to be able to go visit a dentist.
Right.
So we just want to be able to do the screenings, to be able to provide them the preventative services, to then go see a dentist. And we just want to be another means to be able to access more, because we know that a lot of individuals can't get out to go visit a dentist, but we could go out and visit them. And so currently in our state we have about 9,000 hygienists.
Okay, really? That's a lot.
We have a lot.
So what seems to be the problem why you can't get into the schools and different things and do what's needed?
It has to do with a law change. So we would have to have a law change to provide dental hygienists general supervision, and that would allow a dental hygienist to work they would still work with a dentist under the supervision of a dentist, but the dentist would not have to be present on site. Currently, a dentist has to be present on site for them, and so it'd be difficult for a dentist to be able to be at all the schools and all those. Currently, in our state, we have a shortage of dentists, and we have 16 counties that actually don't have a dentist in our state.
That's not good at all.
So that would be the reason why we really want to do this, and by approving this would improve
All
our
right,
access.
now can you look in the camera and tell them how they can get in touch with you?
You can reach me at mistymattingly@gmail.com.
My name is Jeffery Henderson, and I'm the CEO and founder of Youth Business University. My organization works with youth. We teach entrepreneurship, personal finance, life skills, career readiness. And from November of last year until June of this year, we've served over 3,000 youth. And this summer, we had a summer academy, again, teaching all these areas of entrepreneurship and personal finance. We work with schools, we work with churches, we work with recreational centers, and we're just excited to be a part of this event where we're sharing information about how to empower yourself. Again, my name is Jeffery Henderson, and to reach us, you can go to www.ybuedu.org. Again, that's www.ybuedu.org, and you can contact me by calling 404-375-5016. Again, that's 404-375-5016. Thank you, and we look to hear from you.